person. So she goes, and what she's doing, you see the energy curve here, is she's, you're not doing the geometry, you're trying to make her look like that. Or you're chasing that particular shape, okay? So if I come in and I'll do the same thing. So what you're doing is like you know their body goes like that, okay? So you are trying to make that shape. You see that? Whereas I go here, now that's it. This now line goes there. Boom. You guys see that? So one and not over here. I get the tilt, boom, and boom, boom. You're not coming in anymore. Don't worry. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Do you understand? You're just gonna hold on. That's it. Are you? Don't worry what angle I'm gonna throw you. Maybe I am gonna throw you over here. You understand? Don't predict. So, not here and make her go that way, right? Body, boom. And he's gonna not lead people. Boom. So what happens is that I enter here and you're wanting to go back there. You see that? Right? And he wants to go back, you want to go back, and look how he just did reconcile. Do you see? So now I have to do what? Stay with him. My arm went out, and guess what other doggies are going to do? They're going to swing their arm. You see? They're going to go like that. So, shape, boom. Boom. Not over here. Get the tilt across. Boom. Boom. Okay? Don't chase the actual vector with your hand. It's not that. There's a crisscross. Okay? Go. Now the next thing, that happens is sometimes you change the geometry because this gets heavy. You see? And you're like, so you're not finding the Kuzushi pattern because the parts you're using to generate the geometry are inferior. They're inferior materials. Okay? So there's certain things you can't do at the beginning. So like that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard. But not if you can do this other stuff. But when you can't, it's very difficult. So don't get there. Okay? So the closer you are to the pattern, leave your arm where it is. You see? Turn. They just brought him in. You see? Right? And then don't move this. Turn your body and then back. So, then this is where you get stuck because you try to do this. Turn your body. Don't lower it. It's going to be harder for you. Okay? But it's not if you know how to do it. You see? But at the beginning, it's like, I'm trying to learn those skills. You get it? So we're trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to develop the internal skills, and I'm trying to learn an external geometry for falling. Okay? Okay, I'm learning at the same time. So, one, boom. Do you see how my body? Watch my body. 1, 2, turn. Boom, boom. Just don't get greedy when you see his head go there and now you're chasing his head. You want his head to go past you and you go behind it. Okay? You decided I'm supposed to go to 4 and 8. Don't do that. Just hold on. You're just a weight. I don't want to dump a barbell that decides, this rep I'm going to do this. I want a barbell that does nothing. Okay? Go. If I can do it, it's probably you. I'm just very thorough. Okay? So you're doing the same choreograph you can. You get it? You see, I would return that barbell to Amazon. So you go with Rain. Come over here, bro. Your team practice. Running over there. Here you get. You see? Okay. So because you were already going to the 4 and 8, we couldn't see that. Okay? So again, I knew you were doing it over there. I could tell you're doing it here, and now we just tested it here. So you are both training simultaneously as Uke and Nage, and as Uke, you don't want to let go. And that's why you hold it on to choreography. The choreography is a fear response. Do you get it? That's why you're doing it. And that you can't have an unreconciled fear and try to be spontaneous as Nage. It doesn't work. So this is a very micro drill for Uke on the psychological side is, man, just let go. Don't have an intention. Okay? Try to be just a barbell. Okay, go. Over. Look up over her hip. Same side. Just stay in position. You're going to look over this. You get it? Again, over this. Over it. And my face. Good. Do the technique. Two. Okay? Then we're going to go to the same side because I don't want any dyslexia coming in. Okay? And you're going to do the technique. Now watch why we do the geometry. Okay, so the light part is over here. When you follow the head, all that weight is working against you, and what you're thinking as efficiency is you're now requiring a greater strength output for the movement of more force, more mass, you see, as you follow the head. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to follow the head. Boom, and go up her spine. You see, not possible. Go tilt her, and go over the hip. Easy. You guys see that? So you're kind of setting yourself up as you were picturing, this is the shape I want, and so you're making the head go where you want it to go, and you would always have your mechanical failure. Well, why? Because it's going to require more force output capacity. So don't do that. So where you feel it, or that's now heavy, that's telling you don't go there. Do you get it? Okay, so some of you are now consciously, don't follow the head, don't follow the head. What I want you to do instead is feel the weight on the head angle that's telling you when to go to the hip angle. Do you get it? So it's not, I'm still not drawing a shape. Okay? It's a feeling. Keep going, that's heavy. I'll go around. Okay? Go. Now, I still not, the uke is not doing it. There are some ukes are, some ukes aren't. Okay? You're afraid. So, we're going to make it harder for you. Okay? So this arm yields, there's the pattern, and this goes over. feel, now he came in, okay? And then this goes over him. Don't trace the head. It's heavy. Pattern, hooks. Pattern. You see? Okay, let's try it. No. Don't take you, Kimmy, like this. Look. That's hurting you when we go hard and fast. And when we go standing. Okay? So do Kimmy. She goes. You take this same Kimmy. You see? This is no. That's not anything we do here. Okay, go. Okay, watch. So the technique is called Kokyu, which means it should be conditioning me for Kokyu. Kokyu is the utilization, the yang utilization of this body organization that we want, okay? So this part's not it. This part is it. Okay? Now, obviously, the lightest line is over his mass. Well, that would be like putting less weight on the barbell. This is Kokyu Ho. So what I want to try to do is keep as much mass on the force vector. That's going to condition me more. But I don't want to start conditioning just an external use. You see that? So what am I conditioning? The same thing I used yesterday. The Kuzushi pattern that he's using, that I'm using on him externally, is happening internally in my body. So when I go here, I don't push my arm out, I move my body. You see that? So, whoa. Once you get that, you're getting closer to what we were doing yesterday. Okay? But if you start pushing the arms, you're not. You're just doing that technique, the profane. If you're following the head, you're not even doing the technique. Okay? Let's go. Did you have arms yesterday? Was there a wrist grab that you were manipulating? No, there wasn't. Yesterday, at the end, they came in with whatever, and no one opted to do a wrist grab. Okay? So again, you're at a profane level. We're going to have to go, hey, grab my wrist. This is ridiculous. We already started what this does in terms of the overall geometry. That this does not. Do you see? So, when I'm moving, look how my body's changing angles. Do you see? You see that? With the same geometry that I'm using to deviate, you see? Change the angle. It's the same one that's conditioning me. Right here, it's going to take some oomph to get back. It's going to take some coordination. I already know how to do this. I've been doing that my whole life. But to move my body, you see? So just watch my spine, and watch how much movement. It already moved. Starting to rotate. Turn. Came forward. Without me going, whoa. Moved. What I'm doing is I'm setting the Kuzushi up now without it being grip dependent. It's just moving. There's no trickery. Just my movement. You see? So the same thing. He comes in with whatever. You see it? throws his hook punches. He tries his double leg takedown. You see? You're not going to go like this. I don't care. Do whatever. You're not. It's in your pattern. Here. Boom. Boom. Got it? So, breathe. Same energy. Oh! You understand? So nobody's spine at the end should be here. Nope, not good enough. Easy. Because he has a shape. He's making a shape. I am the other side of that yin and yang symbol. Okay? When you have your shape, he's over there. We are not in harmony. Okay? We're not in harmony. I'm not in harmony. Here. 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 Okay? Let's go.
Just
The video the other day, and I kept saying, you're hitting the ground. I want you to watch it. You go, every time. Okay? You get it? You need to go back and watch those classes, and maybe you see why am I getting that correction. But it's so painfully obvious that every time you come, what do you think is happening? What's the lesson of follow-through in Senshin? What actually happens? You're stopping before. You think you disconnected center after, and you didn't. You disconnected center before. Just like people don't do follow-through or actually losing sight alignment before the round went off. People that are not maintaining the pressurized geometry in the deadlift after the weight is off their hands have actually broken that geometry while the weight is still on their hands. Okay? Go. Get up with your center. Get up with your center. That's follow through for Ukemi. Try to go harder. Trigger it in her. Fear makes her do it. Hard. Her terrible form's going to make you better. Your form's going to make her better. Hard. Good. Bow. Push your arm. Turn and bow. Turn and bow. Turn, bow. Turn, bow. Match your chest to his chest. And bow. At his head, though. Come. We're here, and you go like this, and I don't want to turn toward your head. Do you see where I'm turning over here? Do you guys see that? Right. I turn with your chest. On the yang vector. When you are just turning, nothing's going over there. So, boom, turn, boom. When I told you to turn, you went like this. And now you're actually disconnecting. Do you see? Disconnecting. Boom, boom. Okay, go. So I'm trying to increase my conditioning, and I can, as I go, I can make him, which is what you would do normally, is make him fall outside this base of support. which is what you guys do. So he goes here and then you go like that. But I'll get more a prolonged Kokyu resistance pattern if I try to make that thing move. Okay? So instead of going here, I try to make that thing move. You see how I'm doing that? And that, again, tactically, that's going to be superior because the athletic people can readjust. But what we're doing is making his whole base not be under him. Okay? So if I can train Kokyu hold that way, I'm going to be more conditioned, and tactically I'm going to understand the deconstruction of a base of support versus just moving the line of gravity outside of a base of support. Okay, so let's try it. You're painting the picture. Painting the picture. You're like, well, he has to go up, so I have to go up. You get it? So you're over here like this, and you're like, he has to go up, I have to go up. His head has to go over here, so my hand has to go over here. No. He goes up, I go down. I go down. Not up. All right. Okay? Let's go. All right. So, yesterday we were often ending up here. So I have this kind of forearm block and this inner angle deflection here. You see it? Okay. So I'm going to do the same technique. Find the same technique. He's already going that way, you see? Then it has to be a yield, and then the X. Don't follow the head. Don't push the head. Body. And we're sealed. Don't worry about the bottom leg projection right now. Just get the pattern. Whoa. Then the X. Yield. That's it. There's the spine cell. Next vector over the hip. Yield. There's this tilt, right? Then this doesn't happen with the arms, it happens with the body. Absorb. Should feel the same here. Go, just like that, at that pace. Go. Don't lose this. Keep it there. Keep it there. This is not it. This way. Do you understand? Keep it there. Move out. Can you hold my weight? Because this is probably a problem for you. Do you see? You got it? Don't change it. Don't do this stuff. At your level, don't do this stuff. Keep here. You see that? And then you do the technique. Boom, boom. Okay? Go. This is that chew gum and block thing I talked about, the coordination. Okay, so you're here, and you go have to release this side, and then this arm goes like that. Okay? Keep this relationship. You see? Boom. No. The yin is on the structure. On the structure. Boom. It's not just turning. It's going to be the headline. Okay? Boom. Okay, let's go. You're looking at you, it wasn't you. stop pushing.
Yes, sir.
You have it's a controlled environment. You get it? So you have to maintain the prescribed energy. Okay, and you started to let energy out, and she went. You get it? And out. Okay? You should be able to tell why it didn't work.
Yes, sir.
Because you're supposed to be an engineer for art before you can be an artist of art.
Yes, sir.
Get your elbow down and put it in his neck. Your forearm in his neck. And keep a 45 with your elbow down. Don't let this come back to 90. Yes. Bow into it. Don't lift the other elbow up. Okay. When we start out static like this, it looks like you can just go like that. See? But you're actually doing yang, it's a yang flash. Okay? What I'm going to do instead is he's pushing, and I move out of the way. You see? You feel that? Okay, here's this one. You feel that running? He pushes, push, and then yield. It's exactly like this arm. He pushes, and I yield. I am not pulling down or cutting it. You see? Yin, hum, then the yang. In Eiko, you're doing it at the beginning. He pushes, right? And I'm going to go, whoa. There it was. So, here, not like this, that's yang. It's a release. He's pushing, release, and then over the top. Boom, pushes, hard, hard, and I release. And then over the top. Okay, so we're going to try the drill like that. We're going to create a bigger contrast between the two yin and yang movements. Boom, here. He's pushing, 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 and I'm going to release, boom, and over the top. Boom, pushing, 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 release, over the top. The release is not, right, just external. No, it's internal. He's pushing, and I release all energy, you see? And he's on me. Internal release. So emotionally, he doesn't trigger me. Release. Okay, let's go. With this external yin. It's fine. Probably not as your level. Okay, probably what's going to happen, you're going to want to try to push it out, and then you're not going to use the right mechanics. Okay? So don't do it. Stick with the caveat. It's an internal yin releasing that's happening inside my form and in my heart mind. It's not this. Okay? Go. That's an external. See how you had to move? But that's modern Aikido. It doesn't work. It requires you to be faster and more athletic than your opponent. You don't always have that luxury. Okay? So you have to do the yin. The yin yielding has to be internal. The more internal, the better. At this pace, it should be entirely internal. No one should have to move across the mat. Okay, go. Now let's see if you can bleed the two axis and you also deconstruct the base of support.
Hi.
Do you remember what that means?
Yes.
They're not rolling them over a pivot point that is the knee. The entire knee and everything is being projected outside. Go. No. Not. Will not translate archery.
Hi.
You're just getting out of the way. That's what I mean by bullfighting.
Hi.
It's not bullfighting.
Right.
It's picking up the bull and throwing the bull. Do you get it?
Right.
I'm not getting out of the way of the bull.
Right.
Okay, so I have to let the bull get on top of me.
Right.
Do you get it? Can't keep the bull out. It is on. It is coming on. The more it's on, then the more I can throw it. So the yin aspect is going to determine how much yang aspect you get.
Right.
Got it? Okay, try it again.
Right.
I load him. Boom. You see? Now I'm underneath him. That's a different arm. Load. Do you see that? He's pushing. Yield. He's on me now. Now I have him. Okay? I see it? Okay. Try it. Non-immediate. So what's happening is when they touch you, you go yaw.
Right.
You get it? You're getting triggered. They touch you and you brace. If they touch you and you yield. You understand? And that's why it's a psychological thing. It's a psychological thing. Because all of us are in a fear cycle. The person comes in and you're like, ah! Okay? The person comes in, boom, and it's immediate. So know what's going to happen. Yield, boom, immediate. Don't go like this though. Yield, turn, not it. Yield, boom, project. Immediate. You see? No more like this. No. Then you yield. That's not martial. Energy comes, yield. Project. Okay? Try again. And you have a singular intention. Your center goes at the yin space. You get it? And the fear causes you to lose awareness, coordination. The center goes dead. Okay? The problem is when you're standing and you have a Nage who's going to find your center through your disengagement, you are going to get hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Okay? You're going to get injured that way. So don't do it for your own preservation. But for the own development of your art, don't do it, because to maintain center is to maintain awareness in the face of fear. That's reconciled fear. Okay? Try harder. It's very mushy. And you should be able to tell her, dude, can you hold it together? We're not that high. It's not that fast. Okay? You actually know what's coming. Let's go. A particular moment. Okay? You're gonna come in. Don't worry about it. Just fight and get me. Okay? You got it? That's Suke's job. There he comes in. I just go yin, and we should be able to get the Kuzushi angle on the yin, which is what we did in Kokyu Ho. Kokyu Ho. There is the tilt, but then we add the second. Okay? Because what's happening is you're not going in. You have these micro moments of them, and then you release. Okay? Instead, he pushes, boom, and I'm hitting. He hits nothing, pushing back on you. Okay? You see? Here we go. So, you come on, dude, don't whistle. Just releasing, but not here, not here. Just releasing where he's touching. Releasing. I feel the tension, I feel it trigger me, so I release it. It might look to you like I'm turning, but I'm not, because I'm not a head-to-head. He's turning. You feel that? Okay. And you feel that. Okay, so I start taking that without taking this. Okay? Try it. The problem is for the ukes and the beginner nagas is as he starts to release and you feel yourself going like that, and you go like that. Try it. You see? So just keep a singular intention. Don't lose the center pieces. Relax the chest pieces. Where you feel my friction is what you want to release without releasing the center pieces. Without. And you see how it's starting to slide. You see that? And now you feel the friction of the weight heat. It can still work. Just keep releasing it. Releasing. And you're going to feel the ledge here. It doesn't matter. Keep releasing where you feel it. That's it. And I am just okay? So depending on the quality of the uke, you get to experience this or not. So no more immediate. Go ahead and feel it. No, this part has to stay. Okay? He goes, and you're just releasing tissue. Corpse pose, releasing. You'll feel it light every time. Just keep releasing. I feel that key right there. I'm just going to keep releasing. Here, I'll make him stuck. You feel it? I give him back a ledge. I'm going to release it. Stuck.